Just sit in a place where your spine is tall, where your sits bones are settled, and where you can close your eyes but stay awake. Move your jaw a little bit, maybe move through your shoulders. Know if you woke up with any kind of neck or facial tension. Just give it a little bit of awareness. Maybe a little spine wiggle side to side. And then come to center. Let your belly fully release and relax. Just take a couple easy breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Do that a few more times. Just letting yourself step a little bit more into your body and a little less into your brain and maybe thinking mind. We still have to think and be aware as we practice, but we're trying to get more into feeling our physical form than just thinking through our physical form. Beginning with a little bit of alternate nostril breath, take your dominant hand, whichever hand that is for you, block off your right nostril. Let your middle and index fingers come right between your eyebrows. Inhale through the left nostril. Close the left, breathe out the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right, breathe out the left. In left. Close the left, breathe out the right. Inhale through the right side. Close right, out left. In left. Close left, out right. And we'll continue in through the right, out through the left. Then you inhale that same side. Exhale the other side. So just keep going at your own pace. So the side you inhale, you'll exhale the opposite. Then you'll inhale that same side. Keep going, but notice if you're all chest breathing. Try to have the breath in the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Try to stay upright in your spine and attentive. Yep, and if you need to momentarily blow your nose, all good. A few more each side. Inhaling one side, closing that side off, exhaling out the opposite. And then you'll inhale that side that you exhaled, close it off, and exhale out the opposite side. And once you've found yourself evenly finished, close off just the left nostril. Breathe in through the right side. Close off the right, breathe out the left. And And then you're going to close off the left again. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale left. So this time, you're always going to inhale through the right side. Close the right, out the left. Close the left, in through the right. Close the right, out the left. So keep going with that variation where you're only inhaling on the right side and only exhaling on the left. This is called Surya Binda. It's that more energizing side of your body, that right side. Maybe this nostril feels a little clogged. It's okay if anything shoots out of your nose or in your own home, all good. Take 3 more, inhaling on the right side, exhaling out of the left. And then when you're done with that third one, after you exhale out of the left, then you'll inhale through the left, close the left, exhale right. Close the right, inhale again left. Close the left, exhale right. So now you've switched it where you'll just keep inhaling only on the left side. Keep exhaling only on the right side. Chandra Binda on the left side of your nose. So inhaling left, exhaling right. A little taller. And I know it can be somewhat monotonous, but try and stay with it. You can even let your mouth drop open because you're just breathing in and out of your nose. Inhale left, exhale right. Clearing out the cobwebs of your mind. Take 2 more, inhaling on the left, exhaling on the right. After you exhale on the right, inhale on the right side. Close off the right, breathe out the left. Now inhale left. Close left, out right. Inhale right. Close the right, out the left. Inhale left. Close left, out right. So we're going back to the first variation. Just a few rounds. You can always switch arms if that one arm has gotten really tired. And then go ahead and finish where you're even. You'll let your hand come down, spine rise taller, and then just naturally breathe in and out both sides of the nose. Maybe you'll find that your belly, ribs, and chest all feel the inhale and the exhale. Notice if you feel a little bit more balanced, or again, like you've swept out the cobwebs upstairs in your mind. If you'd like to set any kind of purpose or dedication or intention for your time on your mat this morning. Good time to do it or to find one. Just to give you a little bit of focus. When you're ready, drop your chin down to your chest. Open up through your eyes. Come off your prop and all the way onto your belly. Take your time to get there with your arms wide, fingertips down, and elbows propped up. No need to hurry yourself. So you're making little tents with your fingers, or today let's call them spiders, spider fingers for fun. Elbows up nice and high. Breathe in, just lift your chest and head, and then exhale, come down. Inhale, lifting your upper body, but you're barely pressing into your fingertips. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Taking a few more. Starting to give yourself a little bit more of a lifting energy with your inhale. Up on the in-breath, down on the out-breath. If your shoulders feel really close to your ears, maybe bring your fingertips down a little farther towards your hips. Good. This time, inhale, come up, hold it. Bring your front of your left shoulder down and look to the right. And then inhale, come up just a little bit. Drop the inner right shoulder, look to the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, left shoulder down, look to the right. So you're starting to open up through your chest, your pec muscles. Inhaling up, exhale, inner left shoulder comes down, doesn't need to touch the floor. Turn your head to the right. Up on your inhale, exhale, right shoulder down, turn to the left. If it's starting to really pull at your lower back, just stay lower. You can still do this little twist, this little chest opener. Watch how much pressure you're putting on the finger pads. So in the Halloween yoga world, this is called intoxicated cobra, just for funsies. So let yourself have one more time each side. Good. And you'll come all the way down, forehead to the floor, hands right next to your chest. Squeeze your elbows in nice and tight. And then press yourself up to a plank on your knees. Tuck your toes, lift up high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Walking your feet up a little bit. Taking a wider stance with your hands, wider stance with your feet. Exhale, bend your knees and relax your head down. So take at least 5 full breaths in downward dog. Keeping your head down and relaxed, feeling really heavy. Maybe moving your face, your shoulders, your fingers. Breathe in. Exhale, knees down, tabletop. Now, this is the perfect time of year. I say it throughout the whole year, but we're gonna go right into angry Halloween cat, where you round your back, drop your chin, press your shoulders up, and then inhale, just neutral spine, tabletop. Exhale, angry Halloween cat, really round it up, drop your head, and then neutral spine. So do that a few more times, just cat to table. If you always do it on your hands and you want to change it up a little bit, maybe try going on your forearms. It just gets at your shoulder blades a little differently. But if you need your low back to be a little more spacious, you might want to stay on your hands and shift back a little bit. So do that a few times. And again, just cat to neutral table. I know it's real tempting to go into cow, but try to just stay with those 2 positions. Exhale, right? Really angry Halloween cat, but don't let your brain get angry. Back to center. It's okay to smile a little bit when I tell you to do cheesy stuff today. Good, take one more. Then hands underneath your shoulders if you're on your forearms. Walk your knees back. Come back onto your belly. Wide elbows, spider fingers down, inhale, lift up. Exhale, right shoulder down, look to the left. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, left shoulder down, look to the right. So you're gonna come back into that twisted, intoxicated cobra, lifting, twisting, looking over the opposite shoulder. Do that a few times. And again, as high or as low as it needs to be for your back's sake. You can also take your feet a little wider. They can even be wider than the mat, and that might help open up your low back. One more time each way. And then you'll come back to the center, hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, plank on your knees, toes under, and then inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward dog. Big toes come together. Just for fun, werewolf pose. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. This is it, werewolf. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Don't go into a plank. Stay in a downward dog position. Good. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, this time hold it in. Come high on the ball of your right foot. And then spider fingers on your right hand. Still breathe, don't hold your breath. Head is heavy. Ooh. So this is the full-on werewolf pose with the spider tip fingers. Knee in towards your nose, round it into your back a little bit. One more breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Other side, right leg up, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose, more of that werewolf position. Inhale, three-legged. Right, because technically dogs come from wolves, so it makes sense why this is werewolf pose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, round it in, but keep your hips high. We're not going into plank. One more time, up and reach on your inhale. Exhale, pull it in, pause. Come onto the ball of your left foot and come onto your left fingertips. Don't put a lot of pressure on your left fingertips. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, flat hand, both feet down. Good. Tiptoe up to your hands, forward fold. Nice job. Inhale, come up halfway, extended spine. Exhale, fold. Now, bring your big toes together. Again, this one's just for pure fun. As you come up all the way to stand, you're going to come onto the balls of your feet, arms lift up. This is vampire pose. So your heels lift up off the ground, big toes together. Breathe in, lift your chest up. Good, exhale, heels down, forward fold. Separate your feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. High plank position. Widen your feet. Breathe in. Exhale, knees down, lower to your belly. We're going to come back into that twisted cobra, fingertips down. Inhale, lift, because it's a really good twist. Left shoulder down, look over to the right because your pelvis is anchored. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, switch. Right shoulder, look to the left. So you're going to do that a few more times. The twisted, intoxicated cobra. Twisting on your exhale. Lifting a touch higher on your inhale. Try not to look at the screen the whole time. One more time each way. Then you'll come all the way down. Squeeze your elbows in. Plank on your knees. Plank knees up, your choice. Hold it for a couple breaths. And then exhale, downward dog. Big toes come together. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale, come up halfway. Keep a little bend in your knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Come back into vampire. Balance. Eyes in one spot, arms lifted. Ooh, kind of fun. Exhale, heels down, forward fold. Nice, everybody. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, if you're at the back of your mat, crawl it forward, plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, knees down. Walk your hands back. Halloween cat. Exhale, round it out, tuck your chin, reach, 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 reach. And then inhale, tabletop. Again, exhale, cat pose. Include your neck and your chin. Back to table. Take 1 to 2 more, cat to table. Good, and then from a neutral table, downward facing dog, big toes together. Inhale, 3-legged, left leg up. Exhale, werewolf pose, knee to nose, come high on the ball of the back foot. Put a little bit more pressure into your right hand and come onto your left fingertips. And then notice how that tips you over towards the right side and switch, left hand down, come onto your right fingertips. And then center step your left foot down. Werewolf pose, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Good, and then you're gonna come onto your right fingertips. Notice how that tips you to the left. Right hand down, come onto your left fingertips. Breathe. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot down, walk your hands back to your feet, big toes touch together. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good, come back into vampire, reach out and up. Really hug your inner ankles together. Keep your chest nice and bright. And see if you can hold this lift on the balls of your feet. Relax into your jaw. Good, 1 more breath in. Exhale, heels down, arms down. Take your left leg, reach it straight out in front of you. Reach your arms out in front. And then exhale, left leg down. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg down. Try to keep your eyes in one spot, just like you would in tree. So you're gonna go 1 leg up at a time. You're gonna feel your quadricep contract. This is zombie pose, so you can get a little zombie hands here, fingertips down to the floor. I know zombies don't usually have the best posture, but if you were to turn into a zombie, you'd have great posture because you do yoga. Right? And you will feel your quad when you lift your leg. You might even feel your hip flexor fire, which is that crease of your hip. It's part of your quad. So keep going a little bit with your zombie pose, your yoga zombie, because it's tall, lifted posture. Relax your jaw. Good, hold your right leg up the next time you get there. And you're gonna pulse your leg up 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 3, lean forward, hands on your hips. Your leg doesn't have to go all the way parallel to the floor, but I want you to keep your low back pretty squared down towards the ground. Good, 1 more breath in. Exhale, big toes touch, so bring that foot down. Inhale, come back into vampire, reaching up. And then exhale, heels down, hands to your hips. Left-legged zombie first, because we already did the right side. Arms out in front. You're gonna lift left leg 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 3, hands at your hips. Instead of warrior 3, maybe I should call this like flying witch or something. Something fun like that. If anybody has any suggestions after, we'll take it. Hips pointed down, reaching back through your left toes. 1 more breath in. Exhale, big toes down, touching together, back into vampire. Inner ankles hug. A little pelvic tilt. 1 more breath in. Exhale, heels down, forward fold. Separate your feet now. Opposite hand, opposite elbow, and just let your spine release a little bit towards the ground. You can shift your head around circles or side to side or up and down. Relaxing through your jaw. And then releasing your elbows, walking yourself out into a plank. Use this as a stability moment, a little bit of that Halloween cat in your upper back, and then a pretty strong pulling, magnetizing feel from your wrist to your toes and your toes to your wrists. For 3, 2, 1. Knees down, a little shift forward. Find a momentary chaturanga, elbows hug in, and then lower all the way onto your belly. Left arm up and out to a 45-degree angle. Coming into a belly twist, right leg up. Bend at your knee and take your right foot behind you. Left ear down towards the ground and just breathe out and surrender into this full body twist. Try to let go of any muscle energy here. And just feel that spiral from your low back up to your neck. Keep reaching out through your left fingers, opening up into the front of your chest. One more breath in. Gently unwind as you breathe out. And then just take a moment, forehead down, keep your left arm reaching out and just pause. Notice how you feel after doing it just on one side. What sensations bubble up? Are you gripping your glutes? And then do those sensations dissolve and dissipate? Just a little more time to be aware. As we switch sides, left hand in, right arm up and out. Inhale, left leg, the whole leg up. Hinge at your knee. Take that left foot behind you as you lean over onto your right side, right ear to the floor. And try to give away muscle energy. And surrender into the twist as you breathe out. So your left knee is up. Breath in and out. Try to pull your left shoulder down from your ear so you feel a little bit of length in your neck. Reach a little farther away with your right fingertips. One more breath in. Exhale, unwind. And again, you're going to keep your right arm reaching out, forehead to the floor, and just feel. Keep your forehead down. Reach your right arm down by your side. Left arm down by your side, palms to the floor. Flying ghost pose. Lifting up, arms and legs, keeping your chin tucked. It's the same thing as locust pose. It's just a fun name for today. Flying ghost. Reaching back through your toes, squeezing your shoulders. Fingertips reaching back towards your heels. Maybe a little movement through your neck, but make sure it's mindful. Unnecessary movement isn't necessary. So if you don't need to move, don't move. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Pause. You can put one side of your face to the floor. Breathe out. Hands underneath your armpits. Choose your plank. Maybe knees down, maybe knees up. If you go knees down, then lift your knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet, big toes together. Heels a little apart. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up into vampire, just for funsies. Inner ankles hug. Right, pressing down through the pads of your feet. Everybody take your arms a little wider. Tuck your belly in, so you don't want your butt sticking out that much. Good. Exhale, heels down, flow your arms down. If your block is close, bring it with you to the party As we come in and out of mummy pose. Who's ready for mummy? Anybody? Woo, Sally's ready. Mummy pose, just so you know, is the same thing as pyramid pose. Just so I'm not taking you by surprise. Right toes forward, left leg back. You want a pretty short stance with your hips pointed forward. You can put the block on the inside of your right foot or the outside. We're not twisting. We're just gonna go arms up. Exhale, come halfway down. And then inhale, rise up just like a mummy. Exhale, halfway down. Arms can be straight out or out to your sides, depending on your shoulders. Inhale, you're gonna rise up. Exhale, come halfway down. And that's why it's called mummy pose, because we inhale and rise. Exhale and lean. You also feel a little bit, especially in your front hamstring, keep going at your own pace. Leaning forward on your exhale, pressing through your feet, lifting up on your inhale. Do that 2 more times. It's gonna be more intense on your low back with your arms out in front. So if it feels too intense, take your arms out to the side. Hold it halfway down. And then full release, you can take your left hand down to your block and just hold it here, or get a little closer, chest towards your leg. You'll feel that front leg especially. And no matter how far forward you're leaning, lift your right toes, just your toes up, just the toes. And then toes down. Keep only your right heel down, lift your whole right foot up except the heel. Notice if you lean really far over to the right, try to center it up. And then exhale the ball of the right foot down, right toes down. Exhale, tuck your chin if it's not already. Breathe in. Exhale, slight bend in your right knee. Take your time, step your left foot up and step your right foot back. Preparing for mummy pose on the other side, halfway up. Start with arms out, so it's a little less load on your lower back to lift up. Good, square off your hips. And then exhale, halfway down. And then mummy pose, rise yourself up, press from your feet, lifting. So you'll always use your exhale to come halfway down. Your inhale to rise out of your tomb. And continue, arms out or arms forward. You're gonna feel the front of the leg, hamstring, IT band. Try to keep your hips squared off. You can always bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, rising up. Again, notice if you love cheesy Halloween yoga, if you're like, yeah, this isn't for me. It's okay either way. I know you guys are all good sports. Gonna take one more lift. Exhale halfway. Maybe use that right hand to your block. Pull your left hip back. And then any amount, lean toward your front leg. Ooh, this leg is different. Treat it with respect. This hamstring set is different. Left toes lift up, just your toes. So the heel, the ball of the foot is still on the mat, rooting you down. Good, left toes down. Come just onto your left heel, flex into your foot. Ooh, changes it. And then foot, ball of the foot down first, toes down second, and then exhale, maybe a little more hinge and drop of your head. Maybe not. You guys know it's all optional. You do what works for you. You delete what doesn't. Slight bend in your front knee, taking out that pressure, your hamstring and low back. Lifting your right heel up, stepping forward, feet separated, and forward fold. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Move it around. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Downward facing dog. Woof, woof. Bend your knees a lot. Feel your upper body move a little bit more towards your lower body. Breathe in. Exhale, knees down, tabletop. Good old child's pose. Widen your knees, shift your hips back. Maybe use your block to prop up your forehead. And I want you to take some full back body breaths. So the part of your spine that's up towards the ceiling is where you're breathing into fully. Relaxing through your jaw, letting your forehead be supported by the block. Feel free to massage your forehead side to side. You can go all the way over to your right temple, getting a little extra stretch through your neck. Come back through the center, over to your left temple. Releasing through your jaw, coming back to the center, over to the right temple. The center, over to the left temple. Good, come back to center. Inhale, tabletop. Big toes come together, knees come together. Flip your toes underneath, and you're gonna lift your bum up in the air and walk your toes up, 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 up. We gotta do some crow pose because it's Halloween. Knees out, so your butt is really high up in the air, hands flat. Hug your knees up in towards your armpits. Look forward and maybe fly a little forward into your crow. Pull your belly up, up, up. So you wanna think Halloween cat as you lift your heels, maybe, or you think about lifting your heels. You can do it one time, you can practice it a few times. You can say, no, thank you, I'm good. No crow pose for me today. Nice, remember to look forward and hug your belly up in it. So rounded Halloween cat will actually really help you fly a little higher. You can play around with it a little bit more. Take a one-legged crow, so you know that variation. Yeah, Halloween cat all the way up and in towards your low back, not just your shoulders, your full spine. Nice, Candace. Woo. Good, and then come down garland squat. So your big toes come together, heels click together, like Dorothy. Fingertips out in front, and you lean back. So you're basically, garland squat is a butterfly pose, but you're on the balls of your feet. Spider fingers forward and lean back. And maybe you start to lean back even more so your heels get a millimeter closer towards your mat. Walk your hands in, take your time, exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet, bend your knees. Then inhale, come up halfway and just focus on your hamstrings, right? You can even literally take your hands to your hammies, from the back of the knee up towards where your bum starts. And if you feel it enough, great, stay right here. Or lean a little bit more forward onto the balls of your feet. Maybe that feels like a good amount of stretch, a good amount of a soft edge, not a tearing edge. And we breathe. Hands on your knees, hands on your shins, hands on your thighs. Good, nice back posture, everyone. Shoulder blades together and down. And then maybe you shift some weight back on your heels. And then maybe you shift some weight forward onto the balls of your feet. Just noticing where you really tap into that edge for your hamstrings. This is also a good back strengthener. If you need some more support, bring your hands to your lower back. Inhale, come up with a flat spine all the way up. And then we gotta do one more vampire pose. Big toes together. Hug your inner ankles, also a good ankle strengthener. So you're squeezing your ankles in towards your midline. Chest up nice. 3, 2, 1. Heels down. Separate your feet. Exhale, slide all the way down towards your toes. Hands under your shoulders, feet walk back. You're gonna come into headless headstand, like the headless horseman. All that means is you come onto your elbows, so headless. You're not actually using your head in this headstand. You're using your forearms. Cough, cough, dolphin pose. Maybe you're just not used to the Halloween names, but today it's the headless headstand. Looking between your feet, pressing into your forearms. This is gonna be our full inversion for today. The headless headstand, woo! You guys know I love the corny jokes. Stay here as long as you need, or you can always come into child's pose instead, or downward facing dog. 5 more breaths. Down dog, child's pose, headstand, your call. Notice how much tension you're putting in your shoulders. Yes, you're feeling your upper back, but you do want to really push your forearms into the ground. Push your elbows into the ground. Keep your knees bent to some degree. And then exhale, knees down. Everyone shifts back into child's pose. Bum towards your heels. Support your forehead, either with 1 potato, 2 potato underneath your forehead, or a block. And find your breath in and out. Back body breath. So just like you would feel your belly, your ribs, and your upper chest, here I want you to feel your low back, your back ribs, and breath all the way up into your shoulders. Jaw unlocks. The breath comes into the shoulders, but the shoulders feel heavy down towards the ground. Good, take 5 more breaths here. If you're not really counting the breaths, take 1 more round. And then starting to bring yourself upright, sit over to one side, and then come onto your sits bones facing forward. So you're just gonna come into an easy seated pose. Anybody a Harry Potter fan? Raise your hand, or seen Harry Potter, or knows what Harry Potter is. Anybody? Anybody? Duncan, do you know what Harry Potter is? Okay. So I had never watched or seen no Harry Potter in my life until this time last year. So now I know what this is when it's a pose. It's Quidditch pose. You're gonna take your right leg out in front. I'm gonna turn to the side so you guys can see. Right leg out in front. You're gonna take your left foot with your right hand and put it over your shoulder. It's also the preparation for an arm balance, but we're gonna sit a little bit more forward onto our sits bones and just sit up nice and tall. Nice and tall. Good, you can use your left hand to prop you up. So this is Quidditch pose. So your shoulder is kind of in the crease of your left knee. And you can just stay right here. You can rock around a little bit. If you do want to take it into the arm balance, you put both hands down, cross your right ankle over your left. You can just lean forward and push your arms into the floor. Or, and you might have to come back to the very beginning, Quidditch pose. Leaning forward, crossing your ankles, and then shifting your legs out to the side. If you want to, you don't have to. And then you'll go to the other side, Quidditch pose. Left leg forward, like a backpack strap. Right leg up and over. And this is good, right here. This is the Quidditch pose. Or you can bring your right hand down, cross your left ankle, and to get your bum up, you straighten your arms, lean forward, butt down. Or you straighten your arms, lean forward, legs out to the side, you can fall on your bum. That's what it's there for, to catch you. Good, just play around a little bit with it. And then we'll come back onto the sits bones, shake your arms out, keep your legs out in front. We'll do a little extra hamstrings. Bend your left knee, left foot flat. Cross your left wrist over your right. So you're holding the big and baby toe sides of your feet. Sit up a little taller before you straighten your leg. So you can start with a 90-degree angle. That's a good place to lift into your chest. Maybe take it a little bit more. And just breathe. Good, relax into your jaw. You're gonna let that left leg come down a little bit so you're more in your sits bones, so an inch. Whether you're at 90 degrees or the leg is straighter, you're gonna keep holding the baby toe side of this front foot. Release your other arm up and take it into a twist looking behind you. So you're still holding the baby toe side of your foot. Good. Your bum and your lower back are anchoring you. You're moving from your belly button. Breathe in. Exhale, take that back arm over and forward, and you're gonna cradle your front shin. So it's a seated pigeon. So left foot into the crook of your right elbow, and you're just gonna rock a little side to side. Come to center, sit a little bit more forward onto your sits bones, breathe in. Exhale, take your ankle down so you're making a number 4 with your legs. And arms out to the side, exhale, lean forward. Just try to relax into your left hip. I know it's easier said than done. Flex both feet, just to energize through your legs. When you flex your feet, it just gives your brain a little feedback all the way down to that farthest part of your body, your feet, your toes. Inhale, come up. Switch, left leg out in front. Make sure you're on your sits bones. Pull your right foot in. You're gonna cross your right wrist over your left. Really doesn't matter which wrist. Hold one big toe side, one baby toe side, sit up nice and tall. Start at 90 degrees. Notice if you're hunching and rounding back, you wanna be upright. And then slowly find a little bit more length in your chest and your leg. It's not just about your leg. Relax through your jaw. Flex into your bottom foot. And then you're gonna continue to hold the baby toe side of your lifted leg. Release your other arm and twist. So you're twisting away from your front leg. Maybe you need to drop your foot an inch so you can sit up a little bit taller. And look back for your thumb. Again, so the twist happens from your belly button, turning, reaching. Nice, everybody. 2 more breaths. And then reach that back arm up, over, and you'll start to bring the sole of the right foot into the crook of the left elbow, seated pigeon. Just a little rock side to side. Try to stay upright in your chest. Breathe in, come to center. Exhale, set that ankle down so your foot hangs off, figure 4, but the front leg is straight, arms out to the side. Exhale, lean forward. And I know that hip and the knee try to go whoop, up, and they might be up, and that's fine, but maybe you just exhale and soften forward. Try not to slouch through your upper back. I know, we're down on the ground, we want to be on the ground fully, we're gonna get there next. Inhale, come up. Release your leg forward. Make sure you have enough space behind. One more zombie roll. Zombie hands, fingers down. You can bend your knees or keep your legs more straight as you exhale. Peel and roll. Zombie roll down. You can drag your heels in, step them in toward your bum. Arms out to a T. And exhale, breathe out. Full back body on the floor. Bend your knees, feet as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper halfway side to side. Gentle twist. Relaxing your shoulders. Good, bring your knees back to center. A little closer together with the feet. Dead bug pose. Holding the big toe sides of your feet on your back, swaying side to side. So your knees are in toward your armpits. Cough, cough, happy baby, but today it's the dead bug pose. You can keep rocking side to side. You can do a little bit of circles on your low spine to massage that out. Or if you want to tap back into your hamstrings, stay still in the center. Inhale, straighten one leg out to the side. Exhale, come back into dead bug, other leg out to the side. Come back into the center. Good, from dead bug, your skull, shoulders, full spine and sacrum are down on the ground. And then exhale, release your feet into butterfly. Hands can be on your belly. Close your eyes. And just feel that surrendering of your hips. The knees should feel safe, feet pressing together. You can take that butterfly shape a little longer, toes out from your hips. That might feel better. You can always grab any support so you don't feel yourself just hanging out in space. Breathe in. Exhale, lean over onto your right glute so your left knee comes up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to straighten your left leg out to the side. And then lean over towards the left glute, the straight leg, and then straighten your right leg out to the side. Corpse pose. Empty all your breath out. Natural inhale. And then do that 2 more times. Just empty all the way out through your exhale. Third time's a charm. Surrender. I'm going to be here for a good couple of minutes. So just enjoy corpse pose. This is where all the magic happens. You get to integrate your physical level, your mental space, even allowing your inner emotional body to rest. Full surrender, allowing your body to just be. Feel any sense of muscular gripping. Maybe allow another emptying exhale. Resting. From this quieter, calmer space, bring an easy sense of breath back, your breath. Feel all parts of your torso move on your inhale and exhale. And start to move your fingers, twinkle into your toes. Full body stretch, bring your legs together, reach your arms up, breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale, hug your knees in. Just do a half roll onto your right side, and then coming up to sit. Don't sit on a block this time. If you have a blanket, that's all good. But you're gonna sit just an easy cross-legged, hands on your knees, and do a little stirring. Like you have the tiniest little cast iron cauldron, and you have the teeniest spoon. You're just gonna do a little stir. You can close your eyes. And you're not trying to like cast a spell on anybody or anything. Just a little stir. Other way, right? The teeniest tiny cauldron. Let that stir get even smaller until your spine stills in your center. Notice how you may feel physically, mentally, even emotionally more still. Bring your hands together at heart center. We'll clear one breath and then take an Om on your second exhale. Breathe in. Bright inhale. And there's no secret to this magic. But maybe you feel different now after practice. Thank you all so much for taking the time and the space, putting up with my corny Halloween jokes. Namaste. Good job, everybody. You made it through Halloween Friday yoga. Thank you, guys. Oh, look, kitty cat. Yeah. Anyone like the Halloween corny yoga? It's pretty fun. Mom, you liked it? Duncan liked it?
I like
Sally?
it too. Mhm.
Okay, good.
Big old nerd. Thanks, Amy. That was great, Amy Jane.
You're
Enjoy the-
welcome. And also, so if you get all weird tomorrow, just blame it on the full moon.
Bye.
All right, I'll see you guys soon. Mwah. Bye, Mom. Love you. Bye, Candace.
Bye. Thanks, Amy Jane.
You're welcome.